folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Hauled in by Austin Hooper. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On second down, Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Ortiz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big pickup of 38.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, easy. We got 4.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. On third down, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible.
Now Brady's lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
To throw, it's Breeze. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check. Hey, wahoo! Hey, Ethan.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, bye.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking deep for Julio. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, easy.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Falcons and Saints, they aren't strangers to one another. That's no secret. They were founded 1 year apart back in the 60s. Their first meeting in 1967. And neither franchise had much success through the 70s and 80s, but boy, has that changed in recent memory. And the Falcons holding the all-time series advantage 52-48. And one of the more memorable matchups, certainly between the two teams, September of 2006. It was a reopening of the Superdome following the devastation from Hurricane Katrina the year prior. The Saints winning that one 23-3. And now they meet here in this one as part of the NFL 100 series. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great...
And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Opposite.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. I'm coming up. Hey, easy. 59 mark. Hey, kill. And let's get them home.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Breeze trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
Missed.
He will not go down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 22-yard line.
Yellow lady. 45. You just won. Clock.
On play action, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
At the 29-yard line.
Yellow lady. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident and keep swinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
3rd down.
Ready? 21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Ginn. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the ground, this is Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Breeze finding Kamara. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down.
Ready?
Waiting.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Go.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
It's our field. Hey, it's our 53. Check 53.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
21.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Brings up second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it,
and, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Go.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So time runs out. It's a victory.